Radio. We are down one Miss Mary Almonte, but nonetheless, we're gonna hold it down. We got the great one Bailey in the building. What's going on, Bailey?
Yeah, yeah.
Also got the red wine connoisseur himself, the hip hop historian. And then we got me, hip hop head, aka Hayes. Nonetheless, we're gonna jump right into it today. Beyonce has revealed the track list for her new album Renaissance, 16 tracks. I don't get too excited about track listing, but I know people are gonna want us to talk about it. What do you guys think? Are you guys anticipating this album at all? Like, I feel like Beyonce drops an album, and for that first 3 weeks, it's a bunch of it's everywhere, and then like with most things, it kind of dies down. And I know the album, like at this point, Beyonce to me, I know it's going to be a quality album, so I there's nothing to like really get super excited for because I know it's going to be amazing. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I don't care. Like I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. But I mean if she come with some tracks that I like, then I'll definitely support it. But I was never a huge Beyonce fan. Destiny's Child is a different story. But
Mm,
solo, I didn't, don't really care for it. Not like that, but I'll listen to it.
that's fair. That's fair. Marquis.
So I'm interested. And here's why. If you look at the track list, right? First off, I'm that girl. That's gonna be I'm the shit, right? That's what it starts off
Mm-hmm.
with. Cozy is gonna be something comfortable, something mellow. Alien superstar, intriguing, right? Then you
Mm-hmm.
got Cuff It, which is probably gonna hold it down, kind of lock me down, kind of thing. Energy, which is gonna be her little same thing that's gonna vibe into break my soul. Then you have Church Girl. Hmm. Hmm. Plastic off the sofa.
Yeah.
So do you feel me? So
Yeah.
Virgo's groove is probably going to follow into that. Break my soul and energy. Move heated thick. It's going to be another anthem. All up in your mind. And then America has a problem.
And keep in mind, Thick was written by The Dream.
I was going to ask who wrote some of these records because I know she'll get in her dream and Neo back.
The
And
Dream wrote a lot of this album, and Pure Honey was written by Raphael Sadiq.
so
Oh, yeah,
now,
that's going to be dope.
now,
Yeah.
Hayes, ask me that question again.
Are you looking forward to this album, Bailey?
Oh hell yeah! All three of those cats the two cats that you mentioned and the cat that I
Mhm.
just mentioned as well. I mess with Neo, the Dream, and come on, yeah,
Raphael Sadiq, man.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, the fact that you
Yeah.
got Raphael Sadiq to write a song for, it's gonna be fire. Energy apparently was either produced. I don't think it was written by The Dream, produced by Skrillex. So
Interesting.
that's definitely gonna be an anthem.
That's a group. Yeah. This is going to be one of those. I guarantee you, Break My Soul is the worst song on the album. That's what I'm saying
Mm,
right now. That's going to be the
mm.
weakest song on the album.
Now, the Break My Soul was written by The Dream, and it's gonna have a Jay-Z feature on it.
Hmm, okay. I'll be interested to see what is it, the first week or the first 2 week numbers
Mm-hmm.
to see if this goes under um the same wave that Kendrick and Drake went through.
Mm. Interesting. The thing that I think is gonna make Beyonce a little bit different, like we know, well, at least what she's done with it's been her last 3 albums at this point, right? There's gonna probably be a visual to every song, at least a bunch of.
16?
The other one had a bunch of visuals.
Yeah, I think her
But I
last
thought
2 albums she released a visual for every song on the album.
I was under the impression that those were made that way purposely.
What true, and they were, but I wonder if that's like her because at this point Beyonce owns the visual department. Like people really look forward to her visuals. So um I would be surprised if this album didn't have a heavy visual base to it or content included in
Mhm.
it because I mean at this point she's kind of carved out. I mean she's carved out. I don't want to make it seem like that's all it's based on, but like she's made a name for herself on having some of the best, if not the best, visuals in the
Yeah,
game right now.
yeah.
So
I'm definitely gonna watch the visuals as well. I like the artistic side. Um, Again, the R&B doesn't get a pass. I still got to hear what you're talking about and the production.
this is true. So yeah, I just looked it up. So everything since Lemonade has had visuals to just about every song to
Hmm.
it. So,
Okay.
and that was 2000. Damn, Lemonade came out in 2016.
I remember when Lemonade hit the streets. That shit was crazy.
That's crazy, bro. But yeah, I mean, hey, shout out to her. I know that. Listen, the Beehive is gonna be all crazy. I hate the Beehive, bro.
As usual. As
I
usual.
hate the
They
Beehive.
already talk. They going crazy over the track list right now.
Bro, yes, for sure, for sure. Let's move out of that to something less positive. Kodak Black. He was recently arrested on drug possession and on a traffic arrest in which he was pulled over. His license was expired. He did not realize his license was expired. It gave them they searched his car after that. They ended up finding like it was like a thing full of Vicodin on him or some shit like that, or Oxy, something like that. So
50K
apparently,
worth.
huh?
50K worth.
50K worth of oxycodone pills, which is crazy.
Which was prescribed to him.
Oh, it was prescribed to him?
Yeah,
well, shout out to him.
He said that in one of his one track that's coming out or something like that.
Okay. All right. And then he also had a ton of cash on him. So at this point now, he's required to give 48 hours notice before any concerts and ask his supervising officer for permission to leave his home for any other reasons, not even to go to the studio. Like Kodak Black is, we've talked about it before. It's something every year, if not even more, once every quarter with Kodak Black. At some point, when is it going to catch up with him? And, not to say that I want to see a black man in jail or anything like that, but at some point, you got to pay for the actions that you're having. Go ahead, Marquis.
I don't see anything he did wrong. Here's why. You're talking about a celebrity who's always on tour, who finally got a chance to go back on tour, who hasn't drove since COVID. Like, who's been driving since COVID?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So, of course, who's going to be paying attention to your license if you're on tour? As far as his prescription, you don't know what this man goes through. Again, he's not going to get a prescription while he's on tour, so he might have to have it on him. As far as a shitload of cash, what rapper don't have a shitload of cash on him? I still don't see what's wrong.
I don't think that's smart to have that much cash on you.
But I mean, you never know if he was bringing it from somewhere to bring it back. Like,
but that I still think the intentions is still besides the point. Because artists like that, you still have a target on your back. The
100%.
reason why he got the prescription is because he got shot earlier this year.
I feel you on it. No, I 100% agree with you. From a legal standpoint, I don't see the problem. 100%.
No,
you're an idiot for driving around with that much money. Yes, absolutely.
No. They at this point they just picking on him, but he got to know that. I'm not getting him the excuse for the license either. Because if we talk about some of these other artists who are a little bit more responsible, yeah, we could bring COVID up as an excuse. But what about now? We back at it.
But still, like, we don't know all the stuff he's going through. Like, you can't have your assistant go get your license renewed. You know what I mean? You don't even know when that's gonna happen. So those are little things that a lot of people get to get their license renewed and everything. But I get you. He has a target on his back. He does need to watch, but he needs an assistant to say, look, you might want to get these shits checked. But from a legal standpoint, I don't see the issue. I think he better call Trump's lawyer or something.
But Marquise, you know the hip hop police, dog. They watching them. So any little thing they can trip them up over.
You're right.
A suspended license. You know what I'm saying? They waiting, dog. They waiting to lock us up.
And some motherfuckers think they're untouchable. He came off of Kendrick's album. He think he's untouchable. I don't know.
They had Boosie cuffed up for a little bit.
Boosie don't like gay people, so the gay people will get you.
All right, well, we're just gonna go ahead and move right along on that. Marquis always say something fucking controversial.
Am I wrong?
Listen, I don't know.
I don't agree. I don't think he has a problem with him. I'm not touching that.
We can run back the videotape because
we're not touching it. We're moving right along. What I will say is that I understand both your points, but to Baylor's point as well is that at this point you're Kodak Black. You are literally in the news for something every day. You need to be more aware, brother.
First off, black. You need to be aware. Kodak Black. It ain't Kodak White. Black. I got you.
I feel it. So next up, this list went viral. I don't even know where it started from. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but of the top 25 Southern MCs, so Scarface was listed as number 1 on here. But I know we are hip hop aficionados here. Figured this would be a really good conversation for us to have. We're gonna go off the top 10. I'm gonna name the top 10 in this list, and we'll talk about it. So we got Scarface number 1, followed by Lil Wayne, T.I., Pusha T, J. Cole, Rick Ross, Big Boy, Future, Andre 3000, and Project Pat.
I think Now look, I understand why. Face would be number one,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's kind of dope and kind of weird at the same time, considering this list came out this era
Yeah.
and how a lot of youngsters don't really go back and check the history. But me personally, he would probably be 1A, 1B with 3 stacks with me.
Who made this list?
We don't know.
Okay.
That's another one
Yeah.
of those lists that they didn't take credit for that went viral. They probably
Yes.
didn't know it was gonna go viral because I've seen a gang of lists out there and we pick and choose which one goes viral.
So, two things. One thing you said, Baylor. I think the reason that today's hip hop would appreciate, or excuse me, people in the South are more loyal than people in the North. You get what I'm saying?
This is
So
true. Yeah.
the loyalty factor is there when it comes to Southern rap. So I understand why Scarface is there.
Mhm.
I have no idea how Big Boy is ahead of Andre 3000, and I don't know how
And
Future
is
is.
ahead of Andre 3000.
There's so many things wrong with that.
There's a lot of
Is
things wrong with
Pusha
this.
T
Bun
considered
B
South?
being all the way down. Virginia is considered the South.
That is considered the South.
And
Yeah.
so look, Marquise, I'm glad you brought that up because when I seen Push Your Name on there, I'm like, I get what you're saying though. I understand what you're
Yeah.
saying because the way Pusha raps, verse and look, I'm from the
But
West
see,
Coast.
and
A lot
one
of
of the
those
things, with this too is that MCing is different than rapping.
Mhm.
So if you're saying best MC,
MCs.
Then it's a lot
Then
of
I
cats
don't
that
see
should
how
be in
Lil
that top
Wayne should
10.
be on there.
Or Project Pat.
Yeah, a lot of these people, Project Pat should not be on them.
Yeah.
Juvenile should not be on. Mystic, bruh. Gucci Mane? Are you serious?
that's what I'm saying. As far as MCs, even
No.
rappers,
If you
Gucci
take
Man
the,
should
if you strip the MC and rapper and just say the all time,
artists.
then Gucci should be up there high.
Yeah, I understand, especially for his impact. Gucci didn't
Yeah.
deserve, but Gucci being rated above Big Crit,
That's yeah. You're not gonna get my vote on that one.
like,
Hell,
come on, fam.
hell
Like,
no. But that's like saying that's like what you call it from the Roots. He never get his love.
Oh,
He never get his love.
Black Thought.
Black
Black
Thought.
he's
Thought is
my top
the
10.
Black
But-
Thought is one of the greatest MCs.
That's
I'll
what-
tell you this: Black Thought is the best MC I have ever seen live. But he's one of the greatest MCs of all time.
Right, but let them come out with a documentary right now.
Oh,
I don't think he might make it on there depending on how far that list goes. But nah, he don't get that respect like that.
He's most rappers. He's on most rappers' top 10 lists. Black Thought is. He's respected. I mean, when you heard him on M's track, M's keep going. Feel me? Like, yeah, Black Thought said, dude. And you're right. He doesn't get the respect. I think because it's the monotone flow, the style, the delivery. It's more. It's more
He's too
of an MC.
mature. He's too mature.
Exactly.
It's effortless
Exactly.
with the way that Black Thought literally makes rapping look like it's just the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah, like I can do that.
Like
You know what I mean?
the complex bar schemes that Black Thought has, but the way that the ease in which he spits them in is criminal, bro. Like how like Marquis, I know you understand bar schemes, right? Me and you have had that conversation that you've had with your son. Like the double entendres and the 4 and 5 like bar schemes that he drops is bananas. Like, you know, Black Thought appreciation post, by the way.
Did he also took what did he took Cool G Rap and who else flow and just body their own flow on a song? I forgot. It was on a fifth to sixth album. It was
Black
Cool G Rap.
Cool G Rap is another one that people completely like. Cool G Rap needs way more respect than what he gets. Yeah.
But yeah, that list, bro. I'm sorry, man. I understand. I understand and respect Scarface on that list.
Mhm.
Again, I agree with you, Baylor. The reason I will put Andre 3000 below him is because Scarface's body of work and his impact on Southern hip hop. That's it. Other than that,
he's a grandfather. Like, I'm not even talking about just in no disrespectful way. Like, that's probably he's on the Mount Rushmore of the South for sure.
Absolutely.
I would have to throw P up there too.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got to. If you're talking about just the impact. Absolutely, but yeah, it's different. Yeah.
The other two slots I would have to think about, but those
I
two
would put Wayne up there.
Oh yeah, Wayne goes for impact and flow at one point. Here's the question I want to present to you guys: where do you rank Ludacris amongst all Southern MCs?
Oh, he's good.
He's in the top 10.
Top
He's
10?
good.
That's fair.
He's in the top 10.
That's
He's
what I was
definitely in the top 10.
Yeah.
Because you know what? It killed me because I was so focused on his flow. I thought he was more focused on his flow. And he actually did have some content. The lyrics were there. You know what I mean? He was almost like he's a Southern Busta Rhymes without the schematics.
There's no other way. I was going to say because of how animated his videos were, may have taken away from his skills. Or people notice. People
don't realize that Luda was rapping, but it got wrapped up like in because some of his courses and everything like put you in that club crunk slash crunk mindset that people forget. No, Luda was dropping even Fat Rabbit, for example, a track that people like go back and actually listen to the bars that he was spitting on that track.
Yo, he murdered that. That was one of my favorites. Cannot touch it. Remember
on what you call his show that they had on Meth and Red show?
Red?
Oh yeah, when they made him rap to that beat.
Yeah.
that prank show. He did.
It.
All right. So of some of the more I'm gonna ask you this and then we can move on. Of some of the more underrated Southern MCs. So I'm giving you guys this. Big Crit, Killer Mike, MJG, and let's go Big Boy. Who you taking out of that?
Probably Big Crit. Who? MJG.
Big Crit, Killer Mike. Who else did I throw out there? Big Crit, Killer Mike. You
said MJG, didn't you?
I said MJG and Big Boy.
I go to
MJG.
I'm going Crit.
I'll tell you what though.
What?
I'd move CeeLo further up.
Oh, absolutely. People sleep on CeeLo Green.
Yo, CeeLo is a beast.
Talk about another person who made it look effortless. Like CeeLo makes music look effortless, bro.
And that Gnarls Barkley was genius. But go ahead.
Yeah.
I think he has a little bit of Missy Elliott in him. Like I think he could go all over the place when it comes to performing. So maybe that takes away from his rankings when it comes to that, you know.
But it's also the music, like his voice and all the fact that he's now dropping more R&B projects.
The man can sing. The man can sing, and it's Southern soul too.
But he went away from Fly Super Chicken. Like he went away from rapping, and
then
he killed. He killed. Oh my god! I listened to his first 2 albums.
Yeah,
I got Crit though, man, because it seemed like they just don't want to let him in the door.
Bro, Crit is amazing. As
you put him over in MJG.
I'm putting Big Crit over.
It's not that I'm putting him over. I just think he's the most underrated out of all those.
Yeah, MJG too is another person as well who bodied tracks, bro.
They make you want to go. I'll go do a crime to one of their
definitely.
J. Cole is in a good spot though.
Yeah, J. Cole's in. J. Cole and Pusha both
T though.
You put
I put J. Cole over Pusha T.
Oh, I don't know, Marquise. I don't know.
Again, so that's the thing that we're separating. Like if we're talking MCing,
I still put J. Cole over Pusha T.
You know why?
Well, no, I agree with you. You're saying MCing, but rapping, I got to put Pusha T over J. Cole.
Rapper Pusha T, absolutely right. Yeah. Like J. Cole probably has a bigger impact.
Oh, J. Cole absolutely has a bigger impact than Pusha T.
And lyrically,
I feel like if they were both featured on a track, I think Pusha edges him though.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think so too. It depends on the type of track.
It
depends on the type of track.
Producer and the type of track.
I agree with that, but I just feel like Pusha is that dope where him and Benny the Bush somehow they gonna sneak some cocaine in the party, and it's gonna go. It could be a wedding song.
This is
true. He probably sprinkled some crack on a cake. You're right.
Let's speaking of crack, let's go ahead and move on. We got an actual album to review. It feels like it's been a minute. And you mentioned Benny the Butcher. He was on one of my favorite tracks on this album, Lloyd Banks' new album, Curse of the Inevitable 2. Who wants to take this one away first?
I got it.
Okay.
It was slightly better than the first. And it's funny because he's the only rapper that I have to turn it up and like shh, so I can hear him speaking.
Yeah.
The dude got bars for years. Like,
Yeah.
it's just maybe he should just minimize the track list and just keep it like to 10. He got some body, like that love song, whatever. I don't know what the fuck. No, don't do that. But the
Yeah.
rest,
But he
he got
got a
some
couple of those
bangers.
back in the day though.
This ain't back in the day.
I
This ain't
know.
back in the
I
day.
know.
Chip Tooth and the Fade. No, no. Niggas talking about back in the day, but this ain't back in the day. Yeah, the 3.5. I can't knock him because the dude's still lyrically gifted.
You're giving
But
it
it's
a
almost like
three and a half?
it's almost like an AZ. You know what I mean? Like, it's just flow and delivery is there.
It's out of
No,
5
not
mics,
out of
right?
5 mics. Yeah, a 3.5. It's dope. It's dope, but it's not enough for me. Like,
Okay. Baylor?
wait. Three and 7/5. The reason is because the last one was 3.5. So how about that? I can't give it 4 though. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Same thing with Marquise. Like, I heard the bars, but that's really all I heard. You know what I mean? And I get he's in the same lane with Pusha. You know what I mean? It's like, at this point, I just need the production. We already know you gonna talk that shit, and you one of the most dangerous, but most quietest, humblest cats we know. And he admitted to himself in a couple of interviews that, like, yo, cats is sleeping on me. They don't understand. You know what I mean? But it's like, nowadays you got to catch our ear with the music, like, because a lot of I'm not. I can't speak for everybody, and I don't want to just speak for the people that just listen to bars. But me personally, like I said, when I hear a perfectly crafted track where the bars is hidden and the production is hidden at the same time, that's what I'm looking for. And then I at least need 60% off of that album.
Here's what I mean. I'm higher. I guess I'm higher on the album than you guys are, because to me, every feature on this album hit. The bars hit. It felt like Lloyd Banks at this point feels like the member of Griselda that isn't in Griselda. That's what I feel like Lloyd Banks is at this point. He really owns this. Like, that Jadakiss feature. Come on, fam.
That was crazy.
Yeah, you know,
that was crazy.
Yeah,
man.
The beat was crazy. That was crazy. I'll give you that.
That Jadakiss feature, the track with Vado and Dave East was solid. Looking at the track list, I thought it was going to be better than what it was, but it was solid. The Socialized track was Lloyd Banks at his best in a minute. I give this a solid 4, bro. I love this album.
How many times you listen to the album?
3.
Twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me do when you get to 5.
Okay. Fair enough.
Let's see if you feel the same way.
Fair enough. That's how many times you listened to it? Was 5 all the way through?
Yeah.
That's fair.
I listened to when I was in Yeah. I'll leave it at on. I listened to it 5 times.
Yeah. To me, it's like listening to Lloyd Banks right now is as much disappointing as it makes me happy, because it's like being in G Unit really fucked up his career in a degree.
Did, dog.
It really did. Man.
It did. I'm glad
they try to fit him in that. They try to fit him in the, like, G Unit. Don't get me wrong. They had that mold and their release schedule that worked for them for the time that they had their buzz. But, like, really looking back at it, like, I feel like we lost the MC that Lloyd Banks was trying to fit in that G Unit mode. There were so many attempts at commercial tracks when Lloyd Banks ain't a commercial nigga.
He not, even though he said he still performed those overseas and stuff like that, because that's what they like, and I get it. But he know who he said it. He know who his core audience is. He's fucking Kevin Garnett with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Like, god damn, man.
Wow.
Bro.
Speaking of, I saw that documentary. That was crazy, but go ahead.
Oh yeah, the documentary is bananas, bro. Yeah. But all right, let's move into the next album. Did you guys get a chance to listen to Neo's new album?
I did. Call Me Up. That's my track. That is my track. That's a cold. Yo, him, The Weeknd, they are some toxic ass niggas, man.
And they own that shit though. Like that. Listen, this album to me, I don't know. Like I've said before, and I can admit this, right? There's a place in my heart for good R&B music, because we just don't get that much of it anymore. I thoroughly enjoyed this album. Now, I can admit, even in my enjoyment of this album, that it was a little mid. right?
It was overall. Overall, the album was like uh, low B minus, high C plus. But
Yeah.
it was like I said, that Call Me Up track. I played that track like at least 10 times in a row. Maybe because I'm toxic. I don't know, but that shit was good. And anything that he does for another artist is just as good. Writing, producing. Neo's that guy, man. He got it. Him, Neo, and they just got it.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. Like this album was one of those albums that it was mid, and people use mid too much to describe things that are bad. Mid means middle of the road. It was just a solid R&B album from a artist with strong vocals whose pen game is good, and it was just, I feel like, to me, this album, if I'm gonna actually give it a critique rather than just say all the positive, it felt like Neo just did this one because he knew he needed to release some music. I'm not gonna lie that, but even with that, it's still some good music on this album.
Yeah, you can throw this on at a brunch.
Yeah,
Brunch.
Yeah, in the background.
Okay.
Bring that champagne.
Filet mignon.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's get out of that. Marquis, what you got for us from Black People Like Rock 2?
So check this out. So I was thinking, if you had a choice or a chance to choose some current artists or artists that are in a different genre and put them into a band, and this is based off of Champagne. What is it? What's the Champagne Babe you introduced us to, Baylor?
Yeah.
So if you had an opportunity to put an R&B artist or a singer and put them in a rock band, who would you like to see?
Who? Rihanna. Rihanna. I think she will set trip.
A singer and put them in a rock band. That's the question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me the rock and roll version of Umbrella, nigga. Take my money.
I mean, she did with Slash. You know, she can pull it off.
Yeah. Damn. Are we counting Sid as R&B?
I think so. Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
So I'm saying Sid from the Internet.
That's a good one. Her voice, beautiful.
Interesting. You know who I would love to see on would be interesting. Not really quite a singer, but Tyler the Creator would be an interesting lead vocalist.
For a rock band?
Track. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, bro. But he's not a singer. But yeah, absolutely.
But he would vibe with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
I think Kid Cudi also, if he learned how to step outside of that, I think that would be in his genre. How do you feel about Beyonce?
It'll be different. I think her visuals would be dope. That's for sure.
I think I'd rather Kelly Rowland in that situation than Beyonce.
Ooh, that's bae right there. She don't know it.
Why people don't like to acknowledge that Kelly Rowland's first solo album was better than Beyonce's first solo album?
Because you cannot say that,
bro.
I know it's the truth. I need you here longer. Okay.
The Beehive is definitely going to come for me on that one.
Hey,
but bro, let's be clear here, and I will say it with all the vitriol in my voice. Kelly Rowland's first album is better than Beyonce's first solo album, hands. Now Beyonce got her beat on everything after that, but Kelly Rowland's first solo album is killing Beyonce's first solo album.
I heard your voice echoed, so that shit really went somewhere.
I say it and I stand on every bit of it.
So, what do you think about The Weeknd on a rock album?
Yeah, that should have hit.
You know I get irritated by The Weeknd. So I'm not a Weeknd fan. So
I am a Weeknd on the weekend.
Oh.
Because I got a couple of his tracks because he's so toxic, dog. Like y'all gotta understand that.
Why is it always the happily married niggas that love the toxic music?
hey, he got an interlude called "Repeat After Me." I swear that is the most toxic song I've ever heard in my life.
Bam, we got a topic for next week. Toxic tracks that we're gonna build the best toxic playlist.
Oh, I'm ready.
I love it. I got one more artist that I think would be a very interesting candidate for a live or a rock band.
Okay.
Bruno Mars.
Oh yeah, I mean Bruno Mars can do anything. I got one. Bilal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Born a
Oh,
Second Son. Like, come on, bro.
Mm,
Yeah, his
mm.
vocal range is insane. Oh my god, that first album. Oh my god,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
miss you,
Does he
Bilal.
still tour? By the way.
I don't know because I would love to see him. Oh my god,
Yeah, yeah. That's one of those artists that I never got to see live. That I definitely regret that I've never gotten to see live.
Soul
But
Sister. You gotta bring
yes.
me
Oh,
back. I'm about to put
listen,
that shit up.
listen.
I'm playing. I'm playing
All right,
something else.
moving right along. Let's get into our TV and film section. We actually got 2 MCU projects, and the fact that we're here without Mary, pray for us because this may go long. Miss Marvel. Did you guys get to finish Miss Marvel?
No, I didn't
No?
finish it.
Baylor? All right, so we're going to skip it. Thor Love and Thunder. Did everybody get to watch Thor Love and Thunder?
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't, but I heard some bad reviews, but I don't.
We're gonna debunk that a little bit, but
Okay.
go ahead, Marquis.
No, you go. You go.
All right, here's my thought on it. Thor Love and Thunder overall story. If somebody just verbally told you the story of Love and Thunder, it's the best Thor story so far. My issue with it is that they made it it feels like a long Saturday Night Live sketch, and I don't like that part. But when they do get serious, the fight scenes in Love and Thunder, all great. Some of the themes in Love and Thunder, great. I think at this point, I get it. Chris Hemsworth is a funny guy. He does body comedy very well. But the one thing I don't like about it is that they made Thor dumb, and I don't like that. Even in the first Thor, and it's always been
I
some
heard they
comedy,
made him.
right?
I heard they made him like kind of goofy or some shit.
Yes, they made him dumb. He's just dumb, right? And he was goofy in the first one. He did the whole throw the cup down. I'd have another. Like that's the organic type of fish out of water comedy. But they literally made him a dumbass, and this is the guy who legitimately did take over as king of Asgard. Seemed like he got rid of that. He got some levity, but some seriousness in Ragnarok, and everything that they did to build him up in Ragnarok and Endgame to have actually lost and to have PTSD and things like that. They completely did away with it and made him a goofy ass dude, and that's my biggest problem with Love and Thunder.
Marquise?
I hated it.
Damn,
I hated
dog,
it.
come on,
It-
man.
Taika
Waititi
He peaked. That's
with
my problem.
Ragnarok.
He peaked. He's one of those artists, or directors that is probably too big for his britches right now. I agree
You
with you.
think he's buying into his own hype a little bit? Is that what you would say?
Yeah.
I would
Drinking his
agree.
own Kool-Aid.
And
Huh?
that's what's wrong.
After Ragnarok, Jojo Rabbit, things like that. Like he's really starting to buy. Like here's what I'll say: I didn't hate the movie, but it was the first Marvel movie that I walked out of, and I was just like, oh, okay, I saw it. Like I didn't hate it, I didn't love it. I really was just like, oh, I saw it.
I didn't hate it. I didn't appreciate what they did with it. They stripped Thor away from what he was. That whole scene with Russell Crowe stripping away from his clothes, they made him a dumb blonde.
Yeah,
Like you literally made him a dumb blonde. Then you're basically minimizing women by taking one of the smartest women in the world who fell in love with a dumb blonde. What does that say? Like you're basically just a body part to me, and you're like, I got your hammer. I'm sorry, bro. Like there's so many narratives in this movie that kind of bothered me. And again, it was really short. It's short for a Marvel movie. It's like an hour and 57 minutes, which was surprising. The best scene visually was when they battled on that dark planet, and you saw the whole. That was amazing. Him giving the children the whole. It got kind of corny. Like some of the things he was winning the fight, then he was losing the fight. Like, bro, you kind of won the fight. Now you losing the fight because Jane came in. I don't know. Like I said, it seems like he's trying to make this feel good story and make Thor this. I don't know. He peaked, man.
I've been hearing the same narrative from all the real MCU fans.
They wasted my man.
That's what they said.
Wasted Christian Bale. Like
oh my god, everybody.
They wasted him.
The scenes that they gave Christian Bale, he killed in. But the thing is that Christian Bale showed up to make a great movie, and then probably got on set and was like, "I'm in a comedy." What?
Y'all are repeating everything that I've been hearing. Like they wasted great talent.
Bro, Gore could have been at least top 3 villains in MCU history
and they ruined it.
had they
They
used it
ruined
correctly, bro.
because he had so much potential. It seems so cheesy because they killed his corn. I don't want to say it, but
But like I
they
said,
wasted him, man.
if somebody tells you the story, like if somebody was giving you the the
Yes,
verbal history of this movie, you'd be like, damn, that sounds
it's
deep.
amazing.
But then when you watch it, it's like, hey, man, what?
It's a beautiful, beautiful story.
Yeah.
If they would have captured that moment and exactly why he was what he was and expanded on it and did a little bit more depth, this could have been magnificent. But we got this.
Listen, Phase
Somebody should
4
redo
as
this
right
movie.
now, Phase 4 in general, it's
not looking good.
and then I don't know about you guys. I'm hearing really bad things about Wakanda Forever. Really bad things about Wakanda
what are we
Forever.
expecting from it? Like, no one knows what it's about.
That's the thing, right? We're a few months from the movie. We haven't seen a trailer yet. We don't even know who the hell the new Black Panther is. We don't know anything. Now, that could work in a way, but then when things like you have this random girl who's building Iron Man armor in Wakanda, she's not even Wakanda. What is she doing in this movie? We don't know who's taking over. Like, Phase 4 right now, it's not terrible because Shang-Chi I really enjoyed. WandaVision was really good. What If was good.
Yeah.
But it's just like
Hawkeye
was solid for what it was. But it's just like, hey man, what are y'all doing, bro? Like, I understand that it was always gonna come down a ring after Endgame, right? You need to kind of reset, cleanse the palate. But this is not good, bro.
drop. This is
Yeah.
drop.
Can I ask y'all a question? And this is just I know it probably couldn't happen. I don't know, but I just want to ask y'all: do you think it's possible for them to keep the new Black Panther under wraps until the movie?
I think that's what they're doing.
That's
I think the whole movie is going to be a build up to who's the new Black Panther. I don't think we'll even find out until the end of the movie.
Do y'all like that? Y'all good with that?
I told you before. Something. I feel like it was. I understand why retiring the character T'Challa, but T'Challa as a character meant so. Like, they build it up to mean so much. The fact that you're getting rid of, you're completely retiring the character of T'Challa, I don't agree with, bro.
Yeah, that hurts, dog.
Yeah,
that hurts.
Samson Idris should have been Black Panther.
Absolutely.
Bottom line, that's what it should have been.
Absolutely.
I like that. Yeah,
that's what it should have been. He's perfect.
Yeah.
We have 5 movies left in Phase 4. We got Wakanda Forever, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, The Marvels, and Fantastic Four.
Do you think they? Oh my God!
I'm telling you right now.
I only see 1 out of 5.
You said Fantastic Four.
I'm looking forward to Fantastic Four. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because of what James Gunn has said. Yeah, but what James Gunn has said also about like some of the characters not making it out, and I like that there's actually a theme of loss. But right now,
that's it.
I'm not really excited about anything in Phase 4, bro. And Kang's in Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I hope the first trailer is, yeah, bro. Who's the main villain in Ant-Man and the Wasp? Kang the Conqueror.
Why?
I feel like when you say,
I thought he's much bigger than that, though. That kind of diminishes him. Oh my God.
I feel like when you say Fantastic Four, I'm like, we got to go to Granny House.
He's silly, bro. I just don't know, bro. I don't know what is the MCU shaping up to be. Kevin Feige has said that we'll understand the next big overarching a theme here soon.
So they hear
we got to get to it. They hear it, so it got to come.
It's gonna be rough. You just gotta get through it. We gotta get through it. Just trust us.
It's like turbulence,
bro.
It's gonna be rough. We'll get there.
If you take an edible, it shit just feels like wind.
That's you farting.
Silly.
It is.
That's silly. And why not release Black Panther in Black History Month like the last one?
I don't know why your advisors didn't forewarn you. I don't know Kevin Feige, whatever the name is.
I don't know what's going on with MCU, bro. But hey, it is what it is.
Release it on the 4th of July.
Oh,
release it on January 6th. Fuck it.
You know what? All right, let's move right along because I'm gonna get pissed off. Now that you guys at the world, Baylor. Last topic of the day. You know this is you, brother.
Hayes, Marquise. I need y'all to pick a number from 1 through 10 right now. Both of y'all.
7.
Y'all pick the same number?
Yeah.
Great minds.
I need a tiebreaker. I'm going last regardless.
1.
6.
Hayes, you're first.
Okay.
Lottery pick. We're in the lottery pick. I am the third team. I'm going to say 5 artists. You have to pick one to build your whole entire record label around.
Okay.
First one, Currency. Second one, Ab-Soul. Third one, Casanova 2 times. Fourth one, PD Crack. The last one, Wiz Khalifa.
God. Who was the first one again? Currency?
Currency.
Who was the second one?
Ab-Soul.
So
Ab-Soul. Ab-Soul. So Ab-Soul goes number 1 in the 2022 record label draft. Marquise, you're on the clock.
How much is this again?
Well, Ab-Soul is off the board. So there's Currency left, Casanova 2 times, PD Crack, Wiz Khalifa. It's a weak draft class, but you never know how they turn out.
Wiz Khalifa.
Good, I'm taking Currency.
That's it.
Hey, you took Wiz Khalifa, dog.
At least people like him. People love him.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. I ain't like it. It was a big hit.
Oh my god.
Ab-Soul's a good pick though, man.
I would have picked Ab-Soul up, but that would have been my first pick.
Yeah.
I fuck with
because when you can get Ab-Soul out of his cave, he's a hell of a rapper.
That nigga do not come out that cave.
But he going right back in the cave when he's done. Like
he takes a nap 11 months out of the year.
He's bro man from the 5th floor. He shows up, he does what he needs to do, and then he disappears.
That's the cold part. And I think this nigga has the cure for cancer. And he just keeps going. He just stays asleep. Like, I think he can destroy a lot of MCs.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Ab-Soul is like he's like one of the motherfuckers who he knows he can rap his ass off. So he's like, listen, I'm gonna rap when I feel like it.
Now,
what y'all gonna do?
Who has the best catalog out of all those 5?
Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Damn, Ab-Soul hasn't released an album since 2016.
Yeah. Now, who's the most besides Ab-Soul? Let's take him off the list. Who's the most dangerous?
Probably Currency.
Yeah, Currency.
Okay.
Jesus Shuttlesworth. Man, that is crazy. That is wild, bro. Ab-Soul, like, what? Imagine being that good at rapping and just being like, hey, man, listen, I'm going to stay at home and smoke weed.
Yeah.
That'd be if, like, Michael Jordan played every 3 seasons.
Oh, shit.
That's what that's like. Like, he's like, hey, man, I'm going to play this season, but I'm going to take 3 off after that. I'll see you in 3 years.
See you in a bit. Hey, see you in a bit. I'll be back. I'm gonna play some baseball. If I didn't play, I'm gonna hibernate.
And I took that personal.
Your boy Joey Badass got an album coming out tomorrow.
Joey Badass got an album coming out?
Did you hear the track he had on what you call his album?
No, who's?
DJ Premier.
Oh yeah.
Letting off steam.
Y'all gotta check out the Apollo Brown album. So I put it on.
I did.
I did too.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about it next week because I don't know if there's any new music coming out between now and then. So we'll push it off to next week.
There is.
Is there?
There's Beyonce. Oh no, that's next week.
Oh yeah, but we'll talk about that afterwards. But this has been another episode of The Breaks Radio. Go ahead and give me your social media, man. Let's get up out of here.
At Baylorism on Twitter, at Baylorism on TikTok, Baylor the Great on IG, BTG for President, Open Run with BTG, a part of the Rare Science Network, The Breaks Radio, The Lunch Break, Black Horror Humor, Rare Science Network.
That's a hell of a list there, brother. Go ahead, Marquis.
Emperor Marquis, if you can spell it.
Niggas can't spell. You can follow me at CEO Hayes, CEO HAIZE. You can follow us collectively at The Breaks Radio. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, thebreaksradio@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text and a voicemail, the number to do so is 614-547-2039. We are the #1 podcast for the culture, and this week we out, y'all. Peace.
You Bill a quiz.